Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, back with more cool and unique camp locations for you, starting off in the forest this week, with a spot that I'm kinda borderline on showing you or not, because the coolest part of this, you can't fully get into your camp, or at least when I was trying to place things down it didn't look like it, but you got a chemistry station, some random junk, some rad X. You got the awesome teddy bear right there, the rad bear. Some buff out. And you got a little basketball goal over here, and it looks like David is kicking the crap out of him. That is like completely one-sided. But over here in the trough, there is a Nuka Shine bottle, meaning that if you're camping in this area, you can get free fast travel. And that's amazing. So a little bit further down, dead body, not all that important. But down here you get a little wooden bridge with some basketballs on it. And this is technically part of the location and you can camp at this spot. But I'll pull out a camp and I'll show you what I mean. Because, alright, so you can see the cliff, dragging it forward, trying to find a sweet spot. So, you may be able to get parts of it into your camp. But I'm kind of iffy as if you'll be able to get the entire thing in your camp. But you'll find the location right over here, which also puts it in the area of nuclear winter. In case you happen to be around there, you can swing by, see if there's a crate or not. You never know. Maybe you'll get something awesome. Or maybe not. Now, to Toxic Valley. And I've got a really nice little... just a nice little spot. Not a whole lot going on. But you got this lovely couple out on a picnic. And it was their last picnic. But at least they were making the most of it. Got their Dandy Boy apples. Got a cooler. A lot of other various junk. Definitely end up with a fair amount of silver from scrapping all the junk that shows up here. Got a couple pairs of patrolman sunglasses. And that skeleton right there is actually smoking a cigar, which is pretty freaking cool. Now, there's not really anything else going on at this spot other than the picnic. But you can camp here, and you can have awesome little picnic going on in your backyard. I think it's pretty cool. You'll find this right over here. It's pretty much kind of halfway hidden under the cow. So you find the cow, you find the picnic. That wraps that one up. Now we're going to head down to the ash heap. Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. Okay. Maybe not completely beautiful because these houses are destroyed. But it's a unique location and we can camp at it. Now when I showed up, there were mole miners here. And I had to beat them up. Alright? This is the only solution. They didn't want to participate with the video. So I had to beat them up. And I didn't take their lunch money. I did take their ammo. So this first building, not a lot going on. You got your container and a tiny amount of junk. Not really anything spectacular. Now, placing down a camp here is kind of weird, because it'll let you place it back here, which lets you take both sides. So you can have the super destroyed building and the partially destroyed building. But if you try to place it closer to the road, it won't let you. Now, the house that is somewhat more intact, it has a little bit more going on with it. Overall, it's nothing spectacular. But, I don't know, someone out there might have a cool build idea for this location. Maybe they're wanting to build like a partially destroyed town or something. There's no telling what you people are thinking of. All sorts of crazy camps. I know because I make crazy camps. So, location, it's kind of cool. It's definitely not going to be for everybody. But you'll find it way down here. I mean, I'd say it's not in a bad location, but you are kind of jammed in the bottom corner of the map a little bit. Now to the Savage Divide. In this location, I really like this spot. I mean, I kind of want to camp here, but I can't bring myself to move. At least not right now. But at this spot, you got a little bit of a hayride going on. You got your raider driving the tractor. And then in the wagon, you actually get some more dead bodies. And of course, every dead body is a container that you can be looting. But let me hop up in there. So there you got a dead settler. Then you got a trader. And a little further down, you got a settler. And a Nuka Shine bottle. Which helps take this just a little bit higher up in the Book of Awesome. Because that, yet again, that possible free fast travels. It's hard to top that. I know someone right now, well, you could just camp beside Vault 76 and then people would get a free... No. I don't want to do that. I got better places to be. Like at the Raider Hayride. I'd say that spot definitely falls in to both the cool category and the unique category for what it is. Additionally, it's close to a vault, so down the road when that vault opens, you may get more foot traffic. Now let's head to the Meijer, where this might not seem like the most spectacular thing you've ever seen. But it is pretty cool, and I think in the right hands, amazing things could be done. So really, there's just a semi-truck that drove off the road, and some of the strangle vines or whatever are starting to grab hold of it. Now this first container I'm standing on, it's closed, and yes, that does suck. You do get a couple containers that you can loot. Possibly some free food, always awesome. Now it's a little tricky to get in this one, but you gotta crouch down, hop over the pallet that's right there in your way, and you can get back up in that one. Other than that, there's not a lot going on here, but my personal vision for how I would be rocking this is I'd have that as part of my camp, and then I'd build off into the tree in front of it as best I could. But you'll find this location right out here. Overall, it's not in a bad spot. You're fairly well centralized, close to Harper's Ferry. I mean, being close to Harper's Ferry is always awesome. You're really not horribly far away from the legendary vendor either. Now, let's head to Cranberry Bog. Look at it. It's so dreary. Maybe that's because of the rain. But here we're looking at a beaver dam. And the lovely little water flowing through the area. Now at this spot, I didn't really find any containers for you to loot. Nothing like that. We're really just here for the beaver dam. And I know there's some other ones, but this one looked like it was the most buildable out of the ones that I've been looking at. Additionally, it's got plenty of water because I know there are still people out there that just can't live without it. So, aside from Little Beaver Dam, if that doesn't interest you, I have something that may interest you even less. That's right, because over this direction, there is a resource. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you, because why not? Real close to it, you got a wood pile. See? And you thought, man, it couldn't get worse than the beaver dam. So now that beaver dam's looking pretty good compared to that wood pile. I could see building right here. I wish I could have this spot, but not in Cranberry, because I would definitely build at it at some point. You'll find it right over there. I'm just going to say definitely not in the best location because it's in Cranberry. It's that simple. Sooner or later, a Scorch Beast is going to pay you a visit. It will happen. They like neighbors. They always want to come over, see what you're doing. I hope you've enjoyed this. please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.